Hi everybody, this is Andreas, your business coach. So today we're in Chichester and we're interviewing Christina Bassadone. She has a company, she's a founder and owner of Guardian Angel Carers and also Task Angels. And the interesting story about Christina is that she actually made the transition from Olympian athlete and national sailing champion to business owner. Now I want to find out, why would you move into care? So thank you for seeing me, Christina. Hello.
Thank you very much, Andreas.
And just to understand a bit more about your journey, so how did you move from Olympian athlete to business owner?
I know, quite a radical change, huh?
Yeah.
I competed in the Athens and Beijing Olympic Games sailing, and in 2008 when I returned from Beijing, 3 weeks later my father passed away. I split up with my boyfriend and I split up with my sailing partner. So the three key people in my life were no longer in it. It was the middle of a recession. I had no proper work experience. Had a degree from Southampton University in management, and I just didn't know what to do next. I started cleaning locally. We had a family friend who needed some home help, and over the course of the next 2 years I started Task Angels, where we were doing domestic help, and went across into Guardian Angel Carers as I felt there was a need for a really good, compassionate local care company.
I see. So Task Angels was at first,
Yeah.
and then you open up Guardian Angel.
Yes.
Right. And so you decided to move into care because you thought that there was a lot of kind of need out there for elderly people needing hands-on people helping them along, rather than going into a care home?
Absolutely. I think these days a lot more people want to stay in their own home for longer. People are living longer, but they're not necessarily living longer healthily, and therefore from retirement through to the end of life, people need some assistance, and they don't need to move into a care home at this stage. They're still very independent, but they may need some assistance with getting up and washed and dressed in the morning, or be suffering from dementia and not remembering to take essential medication. And that's where having a carer at home is essential. It's been very organic, so I've never had any kind of funding. I know some businesses start with a plan and going to investors or a bank. It was very much me, myself and I, a few leaflets that I dropped around locally for Task Angels, offering to do all sorts of tasks from cleaning, gardening, handyman services. I think in those first 2 years I was running around like, excuse my language, but like a blue-ass fly, doing all sorts of things, from looking after people's second homes, stocking up their fridges, to painting fences, fixing dishwashers. And we ended up doing more and more elderly home help, cooking, cleaning and companionship. But to take the next step of helping someone at home when it comes to personal care, such as physically washing, dressing, administering medication, then you need to be registered with the Care Quality Commission. And that's when we made the decision to separate off that side of the business in December 2011. We had two elderly clients that needed more help, and I had a very good rapport with the family, and they were really keen to continue using our services as opposed to leave us and go to another company. And that's when I started Guardian Angel Carers. It took a few months. It wasn't until March 2012 that we got our Care Quality Commission registration. So it's nearly 6 years down the road, and we're a team of 138.
Jesus, you've grown there quite a lot then.
Yes, a mixture of cleaners and carers. We're 15 full-time in the office, managing our field-based care workers. I
bet you use some of your kind of Olympian athlete skills and mindset kind of ways of managing this company and moving it forward. Was there some of that involved, do you think?
Absolutely. Without a doubt, the skills are transferable. The same kind of passion, drive, determination and commitment that you have in Olympic sport is certainly something that you bring through to the business world. But I think the importance of being successful, it's not just having an idea, but it's having the passion with it. And if you've got the passion, that helps, I think, with the commitment and your drive to keep going, because being in business isn't easy, and you're going to come across obstacles and challenges. And if you're passionate and you believe in what you do for the greater good, then I think you'll be successful. And I am really passionate about elderly care. And I lived with both of my grannies at different stages growing up, and saw them go through the various stages of care. And I just really believe that we need to provide care in a dignified and compassionate manner. I don't believe we've got the answer right now as in terms of the UK or even our business model, and I believe that we need to continually evolve. And so we're exploring other opportunities at the moment, which I'm really excited about. But I think without any business owner, it's learning to separate yourself from the day-to-day running of what you're doing and focus
on the business, not in the business.
Absolutely, and get onto the strategy and growth side of things.
So what you mentioned a bit earlier kind of resonates a little bit with Nietzsche, the German philosopher, which said, the person that has found their why can almost overcome any type of challenges that you put in front of them. And is that the reason why you found your why was inside yourself, of why you are actually doing this? And is this what gave you the strength to put it through and to actually push it?
Definitely. I feel that whilst my Olympic achievements on paper, look good, I wasn't happy. If I'm honest with myself, I believed it was quite a selfish existence. You're living out of a bag 9 months of the year. You miss relationships and key anniversaries and birthdays and parties and weddings with friends and family back at home. And it's not a fulfilling life, or it wasn't for me a fulfilling life. And that's why I love what I do now, because it's all about people, and as much as our clients, it's also the team and having a relationship with all of our staff, I think is really important and rewarding, because at the end of the day, life's about people and the relationships that you have.
And have you found happiness?
Yeah, absolutely.
Absolutely, good. And so what were some of the biggest challenges that you had to overcome in your journey?
The hardest challenge that I've experienced was a couple of years ago, when I was heavily pregnant with my first child. I've got 2 young girls now. And a friend came to help run the business. Within 6 months, he formed a relationship with a member of staff, registered his own company behind my back, and over the next 9 months, I can only assume is ripped all of the information and intel of our business and started their own business. Huge betrayal. And I didn't see it coming. The person in question was best man at our wedding, godfather to our child.
Jesus.
And I haven't spoken to him since. And you hear the things, don't go into business with friends, don't work with friends. And I've definitely learnt the hard way. I think if it had happened with someone I had just employed with no relationship, it would have been okay, but it's a year and just under a year and a half ago it happened, and I'm not over it.
Yeah, absolutely. That's quite a deep cut, isn't it?
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
I think with all challenges, it's an opportunity to learn and to move forward
and to grow.
And to grow and to develop. And that happening actually knitted the team together and created a much stronger bond, I believe, particularly with all of our office team, and also gave me the fire in the belly to take the business to the next level. So since this awful challenge, we've expanded we opened a new office in Worthing a year ago. We've expanded into Horsham in October last year, into East Hampshire this month. We won, how many business awards did we win last year? 4 or 5? Five business awards last year.
Who nominated you for these awards?
Good question. So the one that I'm most proud of is actually one that was nominated by the public. We didn't even know we'd entered. So the first awards that we won, you enter yourself, and as much as anything, it's a bit of a marketing exercise. And it was with the Johnston Press, Chichester Observer, and we won the local large business of the year and overall business. And then that put us through to the regional categories, and we won the same categories in, regionally for West Sussex, Hampshire, I think, for large business and overall business. And through some of the people that we met at those events, I was so impressed with the kind of the team culture that they nominated us for another business awards, Carrot Events, and we won the employers and runner-up employer and won the Employees of the Year award with Carrot Events for their Women's Business Awards in Brighton.
Nice highlight. Congratulations.
Which is a fantastic highlight, because I thought, in all honesty, it was a bit of a marketing scam when they phoned up and said, do you want to book some tickets for this business awards? I was like, we haven't even entered them.
Exactly, very strange.
And they were like, we really strongly recommend that you attend.
There might be something in it for you.
And so I thought, okay, and we'd only recently sent the whole team to the other awards, so I thought it'd be really nice to send some of our to get some tickets for our carers, and so a team of our carers went. It was a lovely chance for them to get all dressed up and have a lovely black tie dinner party. I've learnt some really valuable lessons by growing organically. So there's pros and cons. I definitely wouldn't have gone into employed a friend, and I'll certainly never do that again. I think the challenge I'm finding right now is we've just grown to a size where I'm not as approachable as the MD and founder of the business as I used to be when there was maybe only 5 staff in the team. And there's now a kind of another level of senior managers before the whole team come to me, and I do find that a bit sad that even though my door is always open and I say, you know, anytime from knock on the door, yet even if I ask the question, is there anything that you want to bring up in the team meeting, it's sometimes, doesn't come back to me until a bit later.
Because businesses are like trees, aren't they? They continuously need to grow. If they stop growing, that's decay.
Absolutely.
You can never stop growing, so.
Absolutely.
Is there any great event, any great news that you want to share with your audience? Anything that's worthwhile mentioning?
There's a couple of exciting things in the pipeline, but it's a little bit too early for us to announce. We have just expanded into East Hampshire, so I'm very excited to be providing our services over there, and we've got a fantastic area care manager, Stacey. And watch this space. We're definitely evolving.
More coming, yeah?
Yeah.
Right. So there's some great learning there from Christina Bassadone, and take some of that on board, especially the spirit and the why that you need to find within your business to make it a success. So thank you very much, Christina. Much appreciated.
Thanks
all the
very
best
much,
for your business.
Andreas.
Thank you. Bye-bye.